grounded. So any words that you come to mind with that, I just want you to think of, you know, creating this nice, beautiful space for you to come and settle in and just feel, you know, really strong and confident, not only here, but let it, you know, bloom into other parts of your life right now. So we're actually going to start on our backs tonight. We're going to start on our back and then end on our back. So I know that's a little different, but since we're focusing on being grounded, I really want you to, you know, come and connect with your mat, your entire body, connecting with your mat. Sorry, so yes, get nice and comfy on your back. Finding any support that you might need, you know, underneath your hips, underneath your shoulders or neck, or invite a blanket to cover you. And then just right away settling into your mat, settling into your breath, and just tuning in and noticing and feeling your belly rise and fall with each breath. And then just seeing how much space you can take up, not only with your belly lifting up, but also with your back expanding down into your mat. And the more breaths that you take, just allowing your the rest of your body to just fall naturally where it needs to. And starting from the bottom, working our way to the top, just feeling your heels grounded into the mat. Feeling your toes soften, letting them fall as they may. And then walking your mind's eye up the backs of the legs and just noticing which parts of your body, which parts of your legs are connected with your mat. And as you continue to breathe, working your way up to your pelvis, just seeing if you're favoring your right or left side here. And just seeing if you can even that out a little bit, maybe just shifting the pelvis here forward and back, side to side, just a tiny bit. We might not even notice the movement that you're making. And again, centering in around your belly, your core, noticing how different your breath is, even just in the first few moments of our practice tonight. I'm really thinking about opening up like a balloon all around your core. And then walking your minds up to your chest and your shoulders, allowing gravity to pull those shoulders into the mat. As those shoulders press into the mat, feeling a nice lift of the heart. And walking your mind's eye down your arms into your fingers, and just again, notice what is in connection with your mat tonight. Working your way back up towards the shoulders, up towards your neck, finding just a gentle tuck of the chin, nothing too crazy, but just to lengthen out in the back of the neck. And feeling the back of your head pressed firmly into the mat. Maybe just giving it a gentle rock from side to side here a little bit before settling in. And here you have arrived. You have arrived on your mat to breathe and to move. Something that you can count on always. And even if it's, you know, every day you come to your mat for 5 minutes, that sets your tone for the day, that refocuses you if you get lost throughout your day, or like tonight. It closes your day off on a beautiful note. Taking a few more breaths here on your own. Just feeling the love and the support beneath you. Let it fill up all the space around you and your mat. And let's just bring a little bit more movement into the body. When you're ready, just bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet down to the mat. Hands can be at your sides. And then just gently rock the knees from side to side, just creating a little movement there. Nice, just gentle, gentle side to side rocking motions. It can be as little or as big as you wish. Maybe starting out little and eventually making them a little bit bigger windshield wipers. Again, warming up the body here a little bit. And then we'll come back to stillness. We'll hug our knees into our chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Roll up into a tight, tight ball. Good. And then find that gentle rocking motion again, side to side. So massaging out the back here a little bit more. Nice. Coming back to stillness. Go ahead and lower the feet back down to the mat, keeping the knees bent and pointed up towards the sky. And then again, bring those nice windshield wiper knees back into your body. But see if you can create a little bit more motion, a little bigger movement here than you did before. Good. And then coming back to center one more time, hugging the knees into the chest, rolling into that tight ball again. Give yourself some love. Just gently rock from side to side. Beautiful. Just warming up in your body a little bit more. And then go ahead and come back to stillness. Again, bringing the soles of the feet down. Knees up towards the sky. We're going to find that nice big windshield wiper movement. So dropping the knee all the way down from side to side. And as you drop them to the left, gaze right. And as you drop them to the right, gaze left. And moving as quick or as slow as you may need here. Just inviting a little bit more twist into the body. And again, feeling the mat beneath you. Go ahead and do one more on each side, making sure your body's nice and even before coming back to stillness. Again, hugging the knees into the chest, rolling up into a nice tight ball, and just rock from side to side here a few times. And then this time coming back to stillness, extending the left leg long to the mat, hugging the right knee in. Good. Allowing the head to drop back down to the mat if it isn't already there. Shoulders, hips press into the mat, and then just gently draw the knee in a little bit closer to your body. Good. And as you're pulling down with your hands, just seeing if you can create a little pressure up with your leg here. And then we'll take a bigger twist, reaching the knee across the body, extending your right arm out to the side and gaze to the right as you draw your knee to the left. Good. Coming back to center, rolling into a tight, tight ball again, and just gently rock side to side there a few times. Just feel the difference between the right and left. And let's even out the body here, hugging the left knee in as you extend the right leg out down to the mat. Letting your head and neck and shoulders drop back down into the mat. Reaching out with your right heel as you draw your left thigh into the body. Keeping the face nice and soft. Good. And then draw the knee across the body. And then gaze over to the left. Nice, beautiful spinal twist. Good, coming back to center, hugging both knees into the chest, this time rocking forward and back. So you might need to grab between or behind your knees, and then just rock and roll here as many times as you need. Good, and then whenever you're ready, no rush, we'll cross at the ankles, coming into a tabletop position. Good, coming into a tabletop, just to transition, bringing the toes to touch, knees spread out wide, coming into a child's pose. Good, child's pose, resting the forehead down into the mat, and then gently rocking the head from side to side. So again, feeling that connection. Every pose that we take, whether we're moving through one to the other or we're holding it, I want you to really focus on your foundation and all the areas of the body that are touching your mat, feeling that groundedness, that only with the mat, with the earth, with these other people that are here doing yoga with us tonight. Good. Feeling the same movement of your core, your entire core, as you inhale, filling the belly up, feeling the back rise, and then as the exhale, letting it all out. Go ahead and walk your hands out a little bit further in front of you. And then we're gonna walk our hands on over to the left side. So we're stretching out in the right side of our body here. Good, hands can be placed on top of one another or side by side, whatever works for you. Big breath in. And on the exhale, soften both shoulders, deepen that side body stretch. Good, walking your hands back through center. Moving your hands on over to the right. This time stretching in the left side of our body here. So just as much as we're reaching with our hands in one direction, we're allowing or we're drawing our sit bones, our hips back towards our heels. Big breath in. And exhale, let it go. Good, walking your hands back through center. This time taking your time, coming up into a tabletop position, and we'll find some cat and cow poses. Again, pressing the hands firmly down into the mat, the knees, the tops of the feet. And inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze to cow. And exhale, tuck the chin, round out the back to cat. Good, again, inhale, opening up in the heart. And exhale, hugging around the heart. Good, go ahead and do that 3 more times on your own. Just allowing to move right along with your breath. And after your last one, we'll come back to meet in a tabletop position. Good, in a neutral tabletop. We're gonna reach our right foot back behind us. Good, first pressing the top part of the ball end of our foot down into the mat and just rocking forward and back here. So we're stretching into the calf a little bit. And then we'll come to stillness. Actively still reach the heel behind you as we reach the foot across our body. We're gonna reach it on over to the left and we're gonna gaze over our left shoulder. Again, stretching out the right side of our body here. Nice work, coming back to center. Using the strength of your core, so lengthen out in the lower back as you reach your foot off of the mat, keeping the toes pointed down. Good, finding space in between the armpits. Staying here or lengthen the left arm forward. Nice strong spinal balance here for 3. We'll come back to tabletop in 2. And 1 hand and knee back down to the mat, giving both hips and shoulders a nice good shake from side to side. Coming back to center, switching sides, this time the left foot back behind us. Stretching into the ball end of our foot, rocking forward and back. Oh, my left side's a little bit tighter than my right. And then we'll come back to stillness, reaching the foot behind you again, crossing over to the right and gaze over your right shoulder. Nice stretch. Good. Coming back to center, using that core, your core to lift your foot off of the mat. Toes down, heels high. Good. Reaching the right arm forward, soften the right shoulder back into your body for 3. Coming back to tabletop in 2. And 1 hand and knee back down to the mat. And the hips and shoulders a nice good shake. And we'll take that movement forward and back, curl the toes behind you. And when you're ready, go ahead and lift the hips up high, coming into your first downward facing dog. Good. As you arrive in your down dog, go ahead and pedal up the feet, move the hips from side to side, maybe lifting a leg. Doing whatever you need to do to settle in into your mat, to invite some more standing poses. Beautiful. Got 3 more breaths here. Good. And after your 3rd breath, go ahead and come back into stillness if you aren't already there. Fingers spread out nice and wide on the mat. Open up your armpits towards the back of the wall behind you, reaching the sit bones up towards the sky as you lengthen in the backs of the legs and reach the heels down to the mat. Good. From here, we're going to soften the bend in our knees. We're going to walk our feet towards the top of our mat, coming into a ragdoll forward fold. So feet are hips width distance, maybe a little bit wider, and just let the body hang here. Maybe grab opposite bicep with opposite hand, or maybe you just want the hands to brush on the mat. No matter what you choose, just go ahead and shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Just letting the stress of your day roll off your shoulders. And we'll come back to stillness. Lower the hands to the mat if they aren't already there. Bring the feet about hips width distance if they aren't already. Soften the bend in the knees, hands on thighs, and slowly lift yourself up to stand. Find some nice yummy shoulder rolls. Good, inviting a little bit more breath in here. Then we'll reach our arms up overhead, palms to touch. And then exhale, hands to heart center, and gently blink the eyes closed here. And starting at our feet again, feeling all 4 corners of our feet grounded into the mat. Engaging our quads by lifting up on the kneecaps. Softening the hips. Finding that nice, easy, steady breath. Feeling the core expand all the way around you. And as you settle into your breath as you stand here, find a nice lift of the heart up towards your thumbs. Maybe a gentle smile on your face to share some love and gratitude to yourself for showing up tonight. I want you to think of just one piece of today where you felt strong and stable and grounded and where you were and what you were doing. And it might be something so simple, or it might have been something a little bit more, and that is perfect. I want you to relish in that moment, that feeling, just having it all, knowing it all, feeling good. We're going to carry that with us as we move through some sun salutations together. You can blink the eyes open. We'll inhale, reach our arms up high to mountain gaze up. And exhale, forward fold, leading with the heart as you bow all the way down. We'll inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins and lengthen out. And then exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. This time we're going to lower all the way down, knees, chest, and belly. We'll inhale up to a cobra, elbows draw in. And then exhale, lower down, push back through tabletop. to find downward facing dog. Good. Big breath in. And exhale, let it out. Inhale, soften the bend in the knees. And exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way back up to mountain, gaze high. And exhale, forward fold, diving right back on down. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. And exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Lowering halfway or all the way down, your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog, tailbone lifts. Good, breath in. And out. Inhale, soften the bend in the knees. And exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise on up, last sun salutation together. Exhale, forward fold, just for this series that is. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Taking your time, using your breath to lower you down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog, tailbone lifts. Good, big breath in. And exhale out. Let's inhale, reach our right leg high. And exhale, low lunge, lightly step it forward. Good. Holding here. So we're gonna have two options here. So first option, we're gonna lower down to our back knee. Now all we're gonna do is just rock forward and back. If you need to grab a block or a book or anything to give you some more room to bring the mat up to you, feel free to do so. So this is just one motion that we can do to open up the hamstring here a little bit more. To take it a little bit deeper, you can lift off of the back knee, and then we'll straighten and bend in the front leg this way. So it doesn't matter which one you choose. If you have the hips or the back knee lifted, you can always lift off of the back or lift off of your front foot as well to deepen the stretch. So again, I'm gonna grab a block. It is up to you what serves you best tonight. Again, what keeps you present, what keeps you focused and grounded into this space, into what we're doing tonight. Just a couple more breaths here. Good, and then coming back to stillness, let's move into a gentle twist, hand on top of the thigh, or reaching it up overhead, and we'll rotate out the wrist, open and close the fingers. Beautiful, lower the hand back down to the mat, pushing the block aside if you have one there, stepping back into high plank pose, lowering all the way or halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog, tailbone lifts. Good, breath in. And out. Left side, inhale, left leg high. And exhale, low lunge, stepping it forward. Again, grabbing your block, grabbing your support if needed. Left toes pointed forward, lowering down to the back knee if that's what you did on the other side. And then find that gentle rocking motion forward and back. Or if you choose to lift off of your back knee, please do so on this side too, just so that we're working the same areas on the left and the right side. And again, moving as quickly or as slowly as your breath is allowing. Beautiful, just a few more breaths here together before moving into our twist. And after your last one, go ahead and come back into the stillness. Bringing the left hand onto the thigh, maybe reaching it up overhead. Go ahead and rotate out the wrist. Open and close the fingers. Lower the hand back down to the mat. Stepping back into high plank. Taking your time, lowering halfway or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breath in and out. Let's inhale, reach our right leg high. And exhale, low lunge, stepping forward. And then holding here just for a moment, we're going to stand up into our crescent lunge, but making sure all 10 toes are pointed forward. And actually, we're going to lower down to our back knee first for our crescent lunge. Then we're going to rise on up. Good. So really thinking about drawing our right thigh into our body, finding space in that right hip, lengthening out of the left hip too. Reaching your chin, your gaze up towards the sky. Beautiful, lowering the hands back down, lifting off of the back knees. So we didn't have to move very much. And then when you're ready, rising all the way up to high crescent. Good, same thing, working the same muscles here. Keeping the pelvis and the shoulders squared forward. Our feet are pressing away from one another. Good. Beautiful. Inhale here. And exhale. Reaching your hands back, airplane arms. So working the shoulder blades in towards one another. We're reaching, yes, the crown of the head forward, but also the heart forward. As we're drawing the heels and our fingertips back to the wall behind us. Inhale. We're going to open up into warrior two. And exhale to hold here. Warrior two, deep bend in that front knee. Finding that lift still out of that heart. Flipping the front palm forward, reaching forward. And on the exhale, coming into extended side angle. So we're going to reach those fingertips towards the top corner of our wall in front of us. So we're not reaching down, but reaching out and up. Think about opening up the heart towards the ceiling as much as you are able. Good, rise on up to reverse triangle. So straightening out both legs. Gaze up towards the sky, scissoring the thighs together. Good, even weight in both of our feet. Inhale here, and exhale, plant the hands. Flowing through your chaturanga, halfway or all the way down. Inhale, lifts you up. And exhale, sends you back. Good, breath in. And out. Inhale, left leg high. And exhale, low lunge, stepping forward. Left toes pointing forward, lowering down to the back knee. And we'll rise on up to our low crescent here. Again, deep bend in the front knee. We want to make sure the knee is still over the ankle. Shoulders and hips are a nice, beautiful alignment. I don't do anything about dumping and opening up and putting that pressure on the low back. Again, lifting. We do have that nice, beautiful natural curve in the back, but lift instead of thinking of a back bend. Good. Lowering the hands back down, lifting off of the back knee. Then inhale back up to crescent, high crescent here. Good. Nice, steady, easy breath. Seeing how you can breathe into the back here. As you do so, opening up in the heart. Good, inhale here. And exhale, airplane arms, hinging forward a tiny bit. Palms facing down. As you reach your heart and the crown of the head forward. Good, relaxing our left toes long. Inhale, we're going to open up into our warrior two. On the left, good, deep bend in the front knee, making sure you can see the left toes. Actively reaching both hands in the opposite directions. Soft shoulders, soft gaze, flipping the front palm, inhale, reaching forward, and exhale, extended side angle. So finding that nice, beautiful long line from the right fingers all the way down to the back, the outer edge of your right foot. On an inhale, coming into reverse triangle, straightening out both legs, reaching up high, gazing up. Feeling that nice lift as if someone is pulling you from your left fingertips. Inhale here. Exhale, plant the hands, flowing through your chaturanga. Taking your time, lowering all the way down. Or halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog, tailbone lifts. Beautiful breath in. And out. One more time, breath in. And out. Here we flow a little bit faster. Inhale, right leg high. And exhale, low lunge, stepping it forward. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise on up. And exhale, airplane arms hitting forward. Inhale, warrior two, nice, beautiful open. And exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle, lifting up. And exhale, plant the hands. Flowing through your chaturanga, or just stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lifts you up. And exhale, sends you back. Breath in. And out. Inhale, left leg high. And exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, ground down to lift up. And exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, nice, open up to warrior two. And exhale, extended circle. Inhale, reverse triangle, lift. And exhale, plant the hands. Flowing through your variation. Using your breath to lower you down. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale, sends you back. Good, breath in. And out. Inhale, left leg high. We're going to add on. And exhale, low lunge, stepping forward. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise on up. And exhale, airplane arms, holding here. Here we're going to lunge up. So grounding our right leg, back foot, and holding here. Maybe you're just coming off a couple inches off of the mat, and that's perfect. Maybe you're working towards a T with the body, and that is perfect too. Maybe you're holding onto a block or any support beneath you. Perfect. What I want you to think about is your standing leg, your driving leg, holding you here. Nice and strong through all four corners of your feet, of your foot. Toes pointed down, heel lifting high. Good, holding here for 3. Coming back to crescent lunge in 2. And 1, bending into that front knee, reaching all the way back, lifting the arms up high, crescent. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale here. And exhale, crescent lunge to the right. Good, bringing the elbow outside of the knee. Maybe even lowering to the back knee because that serves you best here. No matter what, dragging the arm into the leg into the arm to help open up in the twist a little bit more here. Soften the gaze, soften the muscles in the face. Let it trickle down to the rest of your body here for 3. Runner's lunge in 2. And 1, hands to the inside part of your foot. Till heel your foot out towards the top corner of the mat. And kind of like we did before, I want you to first just rock forward and back. Again, your knee can be lifted or your knee can be on the mat. No matter where you are, just find that gentle rocking motion before settling in deeper into your runner's lunge. So whenever you're ready to settle in deeper into your runner's lunge, you can make your way there. And settle into that nice, beautiful breath of yours. letting go of any thoughts that may be creeping up into the mind. Just allowing yourself to be here on the mat. Good. Wherever you are, go ahead and come back up to the palms of your hands. And then stepping back into tabletop pose. Rocking forward and back here a few times before coming into downward facing dog. Good. Pedal out those feet there a few times, just feeling the difference between the right and left sides. And we'll come to stillness, moving into the left side again. Inhale, left leg high. And exhale, low lunge. Inhale, rise on up to crescent. And exhale, airplane arms here and hold. You know where you're going, so when you're ready, find that nice, strong, grounded foundation in your left foot. And then launch off of your back foot to come into your warrior three. Again, back toes pointed down. Again, finding that opposite pole. So the crown of the head, the heart forward, the heel reaching behind, finding a nice lift in the shoulders. As you puff up in the chest, lifting the heel higher, good. If you fall out of it, come right. Step three, coming back to high crescent lunge in 2 and 1, bending in the front knee, reaching the foot behind, reaching up here, inhale. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, creating space. And then exhale, crescent lunge, twist. Good. Lowering down to the back knee if you need it. Good. Pressing the palms of the hands together. Pressing the elbow into the leg into the elbow as you twist and open up your heart even more towards the sky. Using that exhale to twist you deeper. Here for 3. Runner's lunge in 2 and 1. Taking your time, coming into the runner's lunge, toe heel the foot out just a tiny bit more here. And again, find that nice rocking motion wherever you were on the other side. So if the back knee is lifted, go ahead and lift up and down. If the back knee was lowered, go ahead and rock forward and back as many times as you need before settling into your runner's lunge. As you settle into your runner's lunge, coming back to that feeling, that moment that you created in your space of remembering a moment today. Today where you felt safe and calm and grounded. Remember that feeling and let that just wash over you in this moment. Go ahead and come back up to the palms of the hands if you aren't ready there. Stepping back first through tabletop, rocking forward and back a few times, and then coming into down dog. Good. Inhale, soften the bend in the knees, and walk your feet to the top of the mat. We'll inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold, bending in the knees, hands on thighs, and slowly lift yourself up to stand. Good. Find some nice, yummy shoulder rolls here before coming back to stillness. Moving into tree pose. So bring the palms of the hands together, bringing weight into your left foot as you open up the right knee to the side. Foot can stay by the ankle. You could move it up to the shin or maybe up to the inner thigh, just avoiding the knee joint. And settle in here. I want you to bring your gaze forward and just up a tiny bit to find that nice lift again in the heart and in the chest. And if you wish to open up the arms above you and grow your branches. So feeling those nice, beautiful roots growing out of your foot into the mat and feeling that nice sense of strength. And you're grounded here in this moment. Feeling how strong you are. Or maybe if you're a little bit wobbly, that is perfect too. Trees sway in the wind. We sway back and forth throughout our day, throughout our weeks. But we know when to come back, how to come back to our true self. Gently bring the hands back to heart center. And then lowering the foot back down to the mat. Good, switching sides, bringing weight to the right foot as you open up the left knee to the side. Foot, finding the same variation that you took on the other side, whatever that was. Again, just avoiding the knee joint, coming back to that same spot to focus on. Again, feeling that your beautiful core expanding on all directions of your body as you invite your breath in. And then when you're ready, you can open up the arms, grow those nice, beautiful spring branches. And with each breath you take, seeing how you can draw deeper into your mat. And with each exhale, finding space in the body to lift and open. Good. On your next exhale, gently bring the hands back to heart center. And then lowering the foot down. Good. Just rolling out those ankles there a little bit. And then we'll take a sun salutation to bring us back down to the mat. Let's inhale together, arms up high to mountain. And exhale, forward fold, leading with the heart as you bow down. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. And exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Taking your time, lowering halfway or all the way. Inhale, lifts you up. And exhale, sends you back. Good, breath in. And breath out. Good, gently lower the knees back down to the mat. And then extending your legs out in front of you. Or seated forward fold. So legs can either be together or about hips width distance apart. If you need to bring like a blanket or any support underneath your hips, if you feel a lot of tension in the low back already here, please do so. And then just gently walking the hands forward, coming as far as you need without rounding out the back. This is a nice lift. So keeping the elbows in close to the legs, active toes. We'll eventually round out our body. I want you to think of this as a lift, stretching into the hamstrings more here. Also telling the body we're slowing down, winding down from our practice, winding down from our day. And then go ahead and round out the back, bringing the chin towards the chest. Again, using the strengths of your arms to draw your body in towards the mat. About reaching the backs of your knees, the inner part of your knees down to the mat as you hold here for 3. We'll come back up in 2. And one. Taking your time, walking the legs back up towards the body. And coming into butterfly. So the soles of the feet together. And opening up the knees as much as you're able. You can grab onto the ankles or grab your two peace fingers around your big toes, drawing the sit bones down. And then slowly reach the crown of the head forward. Good. And we're not going to round out this one. We're reaching and lengthening and opening up in the inner thighs here. Beautiful. Remembering a nice, steady, easy breath, even as we hold here. Good. On your exhale, gently walk the hands back in towards the body, hugging the knees into the chest. And just kind of how we came up from our low back or on our back, same thing. Just find a nice gentle rock and roll here a few times, as many times as you need before making your way all the way onto your back. And then once you settle in onto your back, we'll find bridge. So feet are hips width distance, knees pointed up towards the sky, hands resting at your sides. Maybe even walking your shoulder blades in towards one another here to start. And then taking a big belly breath in, and exhale as you let it out. Press your low back down into the mat, pressing into your heels as you lift the hips up high towards the sky. Relaxing the glutes, so using your hamstrings to lift you up here. To take it a little bit deeper, you can interlace your hands behind your back and press your forearms down into the mat. Think about lifting your chin away from your chest, drawing your chest towards your chin, and opening everything up on the front line of your body. Good. Holding here for 3. Coming back down in 2. And 1. Taking your time, lowering all the way down. And a gentle rock in the knees from side to side, releasing in the low back there. And then finding butterfly here, Supta Baddha Konasana, bringing the soles of the feet together once again. This time bringing one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. And again, I want you to notice not only your hands, your hand moving up and down with your breath, but also what areas of the body are in connection with the mat. Feeling the energy, your life force just run through your entire body. And taking your time, drawing your knees in towards one another, hugging your knees into your chest, finding happy baby, grabbing the outer edges of your feet, knees into the armpits. Good, and then actively drawing, you're pulling your feet down with your hands. Good, and then sending your heels up towards the sky as you gently rock from side to side. Beautiful. Hugging your knees into your chest. Similar to how we started our practice this morning. Extend the left leg down towards the mat, or to the mat, hugging the right knee in. And then guiding the knee across the body and gaze to the right, so our spinal twist. And notice what is different, what has shifted since the first time you took this pose. Maybe you're able to twist a little bit further. Maybe you notice some space, more space in the body. Go ahead and return back to center, hugging both knees in. And then extending the right leg long to the mat as you hug the left knee in. And then guiding the knee across the body and gaze to your left. The final twist, the final rinse of your practice tonight. And then hugging or coming back to center, hugging both knees into your chest. Rolling up into a tight, tight ball. Forearms to shins, forehead to knees. Big breath in again. Then exhale, release. Final Shavasana. Extending both legs and arms long. And I want you to get nice and comfy here. So inviting a blanket, inviting support wherever you may need it. And as you settle into the stillness here, just like we started, noticing your breath. I want you to breathe nice and easy here. But notice how much easier it is to fill up your entire body as you breathe. You've created that space because we brought awareness to it, not only in the stillness, but in all of our movement that we did. That as we're holding here, our breath just moves more easily, freely in the body. And then just on your own, just bring your mind's feet all the way to the crown of the head. And feeling each part of your body in connection with your mat, in connection with your heart. And I want to read this passage to you from Oriya Mountain Dreamer. It's called The Invitation. The Invitation. It doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for, and if you dare to dream of meeting your heart is longing. It doesn't interest me how old you are. I want to know if you will risk of looking like a fool for love, for your dream, for the adventure of being alive. It doesn't interest me what planets are squaring your moon. I want to know if you have touched the center of your own sorrow, if you have been opened by life's betrayals, or have become shriveled and closed from fear of further pain. Can you sit with pain, mine or your own, without being moved to hide it, or feed it, or fix it? I want to know if you can be with joy, mine or your own, if you can dance in the wilderness and let the ecstasy fill you with the tips of your fingers and toes without cautioning us to be careful, to be realistic, to remember the limitations of being human. It doesn't interest me if the story you are telling me is true. I want to know if you can disappoint another to be true to yourself, if you can bear the accusation of betrayal and not betray your own soul, if you can be faithless and therefore trustworthy. I want to know if you can see beauty even when it is not pretty every day, and if you can source your own life from its presence. I want to know that you can live with failure, yours and mine, and still stand on the edge of the lake and shout to the silver of the moon, yes. It doesn't interest me to know where you live or how much money you have. I want to know If you can get up after the night of grief and despair, weary and bruised to the bone, and do what needs to be done to feed the children. It doesn't interest me to know or how you came to be here. I want to know if you will stand in the center of the fire with me and not shrink back. It doesn't interest me where or what or with whom you have studied. I want to know what sustains you from the inside when all else fades away. I want to know if you can be alone with yourself, and if you truly like the company you keep in the quiet moments of stillness. I want to know if you can be yourself, and if you truly like the company you keep in the quiet moments of stillness. I invite you here to stay into filling all the space around you with love, with hope, with comfort. And begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes, drawing your heavy head from shoulder to shoulder. And extend both arms long overhead for a nice reawakening stretch. And then roll onto your right side in fetal position. Knees up to your chest, using your arm as a pillow. And enjoying all these sweet, beautiful moments of quiet, of stillness, and being in awe and wonder of all that is around you. With your eyes closed, taking your time, making your way up to a comfortable seat on your mat, bringing your hands to heart center. And feeling earth with your sit bones, reaching the crown of the head up towards the sky in gratitude. Keeping your pinkies touching and your thumbs touching. And then just gently open up your other three fingers. So you're opening up. So your lotus hands. Open up to receive. Receive all that love, that hope, that peace that you need in this moment to close out your day. Gently bring the fingers back together. Bring the hands up to your forehead, the seed of intuition. Thank you so much for joining myself and these other beautiful yogis tonight on the mat. I honor the light and the teacher in each and every one of you. Namaste. Namaste. Namaste.